Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Pollyanna principle, otherwise known as the positivity bias. A couple of days ago, I was trying to get to this one location. I was almost there. I was utilizing Google Maps. And then out of the blue moon, what happens is that my phone is like, you must restart your phone right now for the software update. And I do what I always do. I click ignore. But this time, I noticed that the ignore button wasn't there. The only button that was there was restart this device. And there was this countdown. I was like, no, I'm almost at my location. Do not restart right now. But it was forcing me to restart. I guess I clicked ignore one too many times and my phone was like, enough, Armani. We're going to restart the phone for you at this moment. And it did. I had to wait 5 whole minutes, which by the way, felt like an eternity, till my phone restarted and there was new software on it. And you know what I realized? I realized that sometimes you need to take the precaution that my phone took on me. Because otherwise, I would have just kept clicking ignore. And what I realized is that this philosophy of forcing someone to upgrade their software can also be applied to humans. One of the softwares that we are born with is due to our ancient ancestors, and this is known as the negativity bias, where we're more prioritizing negative thoughts over positive thoughts. If you're, let's say, a YouTube creator and you get 8 positive comments and you get 2 very, very mean comments, you're going to be thinking about those 2 mean comments way more than the positive comments, despite you having way more positive comments than negative comments. The reason why is because of the negativity bias. The Pollyanna principle, otherwise known as the positivity bias, says focus on the positives. Focus on the 8 more than the 2. I didn't say that focus on the 8 and completely exclude the 2. All I said was focus on the 8 more than the 2. Have a bias for the positive. That is how we get a new software in today's world. Because for our ancient ancestors, it was clutch of them to have the negativity bias. They had saber-toothed tigers all over the spots. They didn't have a nice AC'd apartment, nice AC'd house, a garage, all of that stuff. So it made sense that they were negative. In our generation, we need to force ourselves to have that software reboot. And the only way that we force ourselves to have that software reboot is through the good old gratitude method, where we every now and then consciously focus on something that is good, something that is right in our life. And the best time to practice this is when you're going through a very tough time. Okay? This is the most important part of the video. The way that you tilt your mindset from negativity bias to positivity bias is to practice gratitude when you're going through a very, very dark time. Because when you're going through a very dark time, the last thing that you want to do is practice gratitude. What you want to do is whine some more. You want to be like, man, why is the world out to get me? Why can't this person do this? Why is this going in such a bad way? And this is when your brain, during trauma, it's in this hyper alert stage. If you can just do one moment where you're just like, okay, all this is annoying. I'm going to go back to the whining. But first, let me just think of one good thing. Okay, well, this afternoon, when I tried to make this new dish, it actually came out really good the first time. That normally doesn't happen for me. What happens is normally when I try out a new dish, it's sloppy. The first 6 times, I waste a whole bunch of ingredients. But this time, the first time was a charm. Okay, now back to whining. That moment when you just consciously focused on something positive in this very, very bad moment, what happens is that you have now tilted the software from negativity to positivity, where in the future, this isn't going to be something that you need too much conscious effort on. It's something that just will happen. But in the beginning, it needs to be conscious until it is subconscious. Just think about it like this. Imagine how many winners we would have if they focused on the 8 good comments more than the 2 mean comments. But unfortunately, people are living life just dwelling on the 2 mean comments and completely ignoring the 8 positive comments. That's why they're moving so deflated. Look at the head honchos of any field out there, and you will notice that they are positive, they're enthusiastic, they take L's like anyone else out there, but they don't let those L's remove their enthusiasm. Forcefully change your software, sort of like my Droid phone made me do that day. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, and I will catch you next time.